PacketTrap-PSA, Customer Onboarding Video Series. User Notification Settings. This video will detail how an individual can access their notification settings, how an administrator can edit user settings, how we can set up notifications for tickets that are created by email, how we can set up notifications for customer actions such as customer portal new ticket requests. We'll discuss a little bit about what related to means and how those notifications are set. We'll set up a default related to for all tickets created. We'll also talk about the default account manager and default service manager when creating new tickets. And we'll touch on our end-to-end email collaboration tool. For a user to access their personal notification settings, simply go to the settings, click on My Settings, and drop down to Notifications. In the top of My Notification Preferences, we'll notice a little yellow shaded box that explains how we help reduce redundant emails based on our notification preferences. For example, if I create a service request and I have chosen to be alerted when I create a service request, instead of sending an email notification based on what I just did, PacketTrap-PSA will not send that email. Again, this is in an effort to keep redundant emails from bombarding an inbox. Next, within my notifications, there are three main settings: appointments, tickets and assignments, and related to me. Appointments are just that, simple appointments. When appointments are added to my calendar, I can choose to be notified by email and/or text. These are just simple appointments. They're not related to a ticket. They aren't an assignment. They're just a simple appointment like a doctor's visit or lunch with mom. Next, we deal with ticket assignments. So for example, when a comment is added to a ticket that I'm assigned to, send me an email and potentially a text. Now when we create scheduled assignments, so these are appointments on a ticket that we call assignments, we can decide to be notified. We can also be notified when a ticket is changed, when assignment is deleted, when an attachment is added, or an unscheduled assignment is changed. Last, we can receive notices and notifications when ticket status changes. Next, we need to decide how we're notified when tickets that are related to me are created and processed. A good example might be, I'm the salesperson for this account. I want to know anytime a ticket's created for a customer whom I am the default account manager. So here we set up our related to notifications. So I can be notified when a comment is added to a ticket, when a ticket is created, when a ticket gets assigned, when a ticket's changed, when a ticket's deleted, when an attachment is added to a ticket, and when the status on a ticket changes that's related to me. Let's take a quick look on how an administrator would manage notification settings for other users. Go to Settings, go to Users, pick the user in question, and scroll down towards the bottom. One note, lots of times an email gets put in incorrectly or a text message address gets put in incorrectly. If that happens, for obvious reasons, the notifications will not get through. So double check you have the email correct, as well as the text messaging address. The text messaging address is not the 10-digit number for the mobile. It's actually going to be a 10-digit number at, for example, sprint.txt.com. Scrolling down to the notifications, here we'll see the same notifications that we have on our individual preferences. An admin can now simply go in and turn on and off notifications to their liking. Let's take a look at how we set notification preferences for when emails and customer actions happen. Go back up to our settings and click on Email, then on Customer Notifications, then on Global Notifications. The top setting is basically for when a ticket is created by an email, who gets notified. Next is if we want that user to be emailed as well as text. Simply just pick the user out of the group. And now we've set, when an email comes in and creates a ticket, who gets notified by email and who gets notified by text. Next is notifications based on customer actions. For example, if a customer logs into the portal and creates a ticket, who's notified by email and text? In our example, we can see that 2 users will receive emails when customer actions happen, and 1 will receive an SMS or text message. Next, let's take a look at how we automatically default a related to on all created tickets. Scroll back up to our settings, go to General, select Tickets, and scroll down to Other Related People Defaults. In this example, the owner of the company wants to receive email alerts based on their preferences on every ticket that's created. After choosing the user from the list, we should expect that based on that user's notification preferences, they'll receive updates on tickets. To see this in action, you can simply scroll up, create a new ticket, and by default, this user is related to all new tickets. You'll also know that under related to, we have a service manager and an account manager. These can be defaulted from the customer's profile. You can see as soon as we choose a customer, our default service manager and account manager are added to the related to section. This again means that based on our user notification settings, these individuals will be related to and notified on all happenings with this ticket. At any time, you can override these settings if you wish, or edit them. To set the default account manager and service manager, simply go to your customer list, bring up a customer, select edit, and here's where we set the account manager and the service manager for defaults. Furthermore, we can have a service manager per customer location. If we'd go to a customer, pull up locations, and edit a location, you can see we can have a default service manager for that specific location as well. Once the defaults are set, and we create new tickets for that customer, they'll automatically be backfilled to the ticket. Now let's take a look at what those alerts might look like. If I scroll to the top, fill in a description for this ticket, and save the ticket, we can now assign it. For this example, we're going to create a scheduled assignment for Ted Smith, who's the default technician in this case. Once I save this assignment, a notification will be sent to Ted that he's just been assigned to this ticket, as well as he has an assignment that's scheduled. Now that I'm assigned, if comments are added, statuses change, and potentially if attachments are added, Ted should be notified. Let's take a quick look at how Ted's been alerted on this ticket. Here we can see Ted was assigned to the ticket. We can see the assignment details as well as the ticket details. Going back to our inbox, we can also see that the ticket changed status from assigned to work complete. And that a comment was added to the ticket. Now let's take a little time to talk through our end-to-end email collaboration tool. What's happened up to this point is a ticket was created and assigned to Ted. Ted then received a comment on that ticket. Call the office. If Ted was to reply to this ticket, the update will be sent to the ticket and emailed to the assigned individuals. Now let's pretend the scheduler receives an alert that Ted's responded. The scheduler could get that alert in email and respond through email back to Ted's comment or email. Or he or she could log in to PacketTrap-PSA, go to the ticket, and look at the log. In this case, if we scroll down, we'll see the comment that was added by the dispatcher. And a few minutes later, Ted added a comment via email saying he'll call after the customer meeting's finished. If this is okay with the dispatcher, he or she may simply just say, okay, call when you're done, and click submit. The end-to-end email collaboration tool also works on customer comments. So if alerts and notifications are sent to a customer and they reply via email, it goes right back to the ticket and can be acted on from email and or the ticket log. We walked through how an individual can access their settings and edit them. We also went through how, as an admin, I can access my user's settings and edit them. We talked about notifications for emails that are created by email, as well as notifications from customers' actions. We set up a default related to, and we talked through how being related to a ticket acts with my notifications. Last but not least, walked through a little bit of our end-to-end email collaboration tool on how when we send notifications out to users and customers, they can reply back in email, and we can do the same or access them and reply to them through the ticket log. For questions and help, please feel free to email sales@packettrap.com or support@packettrap.com. For more videos like this and other information on PacketTrap-PSA, please leverage the PacketTrap community at www.packettrap.com, resources, PSA community.